cosmetics and beauty products. We have energy value chain also. We also have machineries and tooling, and we also have biomass, fabrics, and textile. All these are streams within the manufacturing research chair, and we are trying to improve the livelihoods of the farmers and small-scale enterprises in the coast region who are dealing with the coconut crop. What we are focusing on mainly is adding value and also constructing machineries to help them in processing of the coconut. So we are also doing some training, quite a bit of training in the area of standardization, quality, packaging, and so on for players, mainly small and micro enterprises in the coconut value chain. And we are doing this mainly in three counties, that is Mombasa, Kwale, and Kilifi County in the coast region. That's what we are doing. The output that we are having, also training at master's level. So far, we have been able to develop a lot of equipment for value addition of coconut. Some of the equipment include stirrers, including mixers for cosmetics and beauty products, which we are also piloting in the Kwale County. We have also made equipment for mechanization of dehusking of the coconut fruit, and that has been taken very well by the farmers in the coast region. This we have also disseminated in the coast region, and they are continuing utilizing them. We have also developed a decorticator, which we are now running and refining, and this is going to be very, very helpful for textile processing. Important in agriculture, especially for horticulture use. So, and it's a good byproduct of the husks of the coconut, and we're actually producing. Out of it also, when we produce, we bring out the cocoa peat also as a byproduct. It's a byproduct to fibers that are also taken out of the husks. We are producing the fibers also, and we are helping to produce fibers so that they can also be used to make other products such as doormats, ropes, and so on. And the other thing is, the other product is the briquetting for energy, briquetting equipment. We realize that coconut shells also, they are a very important source of energy for use by small scale in households for energy. So this we are making briquettes, and we have also disseminated briquetting machines for use by SMEs in the coast region. All this we have actually done. We have also, I think I mentioned earlier, we have trained quite a number of players, 100 of them so far, and we are still going to train many more. And these technologies that we are disseminating also have been received very well. They have helped to improve the productivity and ensure quality and consistency in the products that they are making. Now, this manufacturing research is actually supported by the National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation, that is NACOSTI, and also with our such a cooperation.
I'm Dr. Cecilia Mweu, a senior research fellow working at the Institute for Biotechnology Research, whereby in the Institute we are doing research on animals, plants, and microorganisms, and our main aim is to tap the genetic resource in these different organisms to improve their production, so that we can help the farmers to have better yields, and even plants which can withstand different harsh conditions like drought and so on. We do have the tissue culture technology, and the tissue culture technology, its main aim is to have the commercial banana production, whereby we are producing plantlets to farm have a high figure. They can grow very fast. Within a year, they are ready for harvesting. And also, they are free from diseases, that is from bacterial and fungal. So we give them quality plantlets and in quantity. We also have the coconut, tissue culture coconut project. It's also aimed at producing in mass. We also have the passion fruits. We also have coconut. Our coconut in cost is diminishing with time. We have some diseases which are clearing the coconut plantations in the coast. So we are also trying to produce coconut plantlets in mass for farmers in the coast region so that they can be able to have enough planting material and be able to continue with their production. When we come to other plants, we have another project on doom palm. Doom palm is a semi-arid plant. It belongs to the coconut family. What we are doing with this plant, we are trying not only to do the mass production, we are trying to screen for genes which can withstand drought and salinity. When we identify these genes, we will be in a position to introduce these genes in other crops like maize and the cereal crops, which are the main food crops for Kenya and also Africa. And then we'll be able to plant these crops in very saline conditions, and also they might need very little water for them to produce. So we are also looking for drought tolerant varieties. We also have the organic farming. Farmers come here, we train them on how to make organic manure, organic biopesticide from the farm. Also we have the mushroom program. The mushroom program is mainly set to produce spawns, seeds for mushroom. So when farmers come here, we take them through the process of mushroom farming until to the market stage. So how they can plant, how to set the house, because there are some conditions for the house where the mushroom should be grown. We train them on how to do that, and then how to grow from the starter, all that. And also we tell them, you see, this might be a big bacterial infection which is affecting your mushroom. You need to apply ABCD. And also we train them not only to prevent, but to control. But prevention is better than cure, so we insist on prevention.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Paul Kinoti. I'm a lecturer at the Department of Horticulture and Food Security at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I'm currently handling a project entitled Biosnail Project, which aims at trying to breed snails for economic purposes. Mainly breeding from the start, where you collect the snail, you rear them until they are ready for reproduction, and then from there the cycle continue. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition, where we generate major products like snail cream, snail lotion, fertilizer, and animal feeds like poultry feed and pig feeds, and among others. Basically, this project was established to try and sensitize or educate animals that are thus destructive, but they can be put into economic use.
From this,
Yes, Your Excellency.
there is a report about 180 million euros on cosmetic industry in Italy. From the sleep. What are you talking about?
Snails are which aims at trying to breed snails for economic purposes. That mainly not labor intensive. They are breeding herbivorous, so they can feed on the start, where you collect species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, meaning you can even do it in urban area.
You rear them
the
until they are ready
business
for
viable
reproduction,
in
and then
terms of
from
space,
there
in terms of labor,
the cycle
and in terms
continue.
of capital investment.
Thereafter, we also venture into value addition,
where we
generate
knowledge,
major
skills, and
products
technical
like
aspect
snail
to
cream,
our farmers,
snail lotion,
either locally and even
fertilizer,
outside our
and
borders.
animal
We normally
feeds
do
like
our
poultry
training
feed and
here, having
pig
been
feed,
granted that permission
and
by the
among
Kenya Wildlife
others.
Service.
Basically,
And
this
normally do
project
it
was
after every 3
established
months.
to try
So
and
far, we have done the
sensitize
first
or
one.
educate.
Because of the impact of COVID, we had to stop.
We are animals that are dust destructive, but they can be put into economic use.
Yes, Your Excellency.
There is a report about 180 million euro on cosmetic industry in Italy. From this,
next time and even more. So there is an opportunity, and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the
Snails are which aims at trying to breed snails for economic purposes. Mainly not labor intensive. They are breeding herbivorous, so they can feed on the start where you collect species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, meaning you can in urban area, rear them until they are ready for viable reproduction, and then from there the cycle continue. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition, where we generate major products like snail cream, snail lotion, locally and fertilizer, outside our borders. And we normally do like poultry feed and here having been granted that permission by the among others. Basically, this project was established to try and sensitize or educate. Because of the impact of COVID, we had to stop. We are animals that are dust destructive, but they can be put into economic use.
Yes, Your Excellency.
there is a report about 180 million euro on cosmetic industry in Italy. From this,
next time and even more. So there is an opportunity, and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the
Snails are which aims at trying to breed snails for economic purposes. Mainly not labor intensive. They are breeding herbivorous, so they can feed on the start where you collect species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, means in urban area, rear them until they are ready for viable reproduction, and then from there the cycle continue. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition, where we generate major products like snail cream, snail lotion, locally and fertilizer outside our borders. And we normally do like poultry feed and here having been granted that permission among others. Basically, this project was established to try and sensitize or educate. Because of the impact of COVID, we had to stop. We are animals that are dust destructive, but they can be put into economic use.
Yes, Your
Excellency. Next time and even more. So there is an opportunity, and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the snails are which aims at trying to breed snails for. I'm currently handling a project entitled Biosnail Feeds, and because of the fact that they are not labor intensive, they are herbivorous, so they can feed on all types of vegetation. We have more than 500 species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, meaning you can even do it in urban area, make the business very viable in terms of space, in terms of labor, and in terms of capital investment. We have also the extension where we also extend our knowledge, skills and technical aspect to our farmers, either locally and even outside our
economic purposes. They are mainly labor intensive. They are breeding herbivorous, so they can feed on the starts where you collect species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small means we need in urban rear them until they are ready for viable for reproduction, and then from there
farmers capacity we have trained about 25 the first lot, and we are targeting 30 or even 40 next time and even more. So there is an opportunity and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the farmers.
Years of research on insects. So insects is what I know. Sijui kitu ingine.
labor cycle continues. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition. We also extend products like snail cream or farmers, snail lotion locally, and fertilizer outside and we normally do poultry feed, and here having been granted that permission among others. Basically, this project was established to try and sensitize because of the impact of COVID. We had to stop. We are animals that are thus destructive, but they can be put into economic use. Next time and even more. So there is an opportunity and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the snails are trying to breed snails. I'm currently handling a project entitled Biosnail Feeds. And because of the fact that they are not labor intensive, they are herbivorous, so they can feed on all types of vegetation. We have more than 500 species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, meaning you can even do it in urban area, make the business very viable in terms of space, in terms of labor, and in terms of capital.
Rearing and how far when did the journey begin in Kenya?
In Kenya, the journey for cricket started around 2012. That's when we started getting interest that we can actually farm them. But kitambo, crickets were eaten. If you look at traditional knowledge among people in Western Kenya, among the Luos and the Luyas, crickets were one of the insects they were consuming, together with termites and ants and other insects. Yeah. So in terms of eating them, we didn't start in 2012 because they had been eaten before. But in terms of starting to develop farming technologies, we started around 2012. And like I mentioned, we started by harvesting them from the shambas. You listen, you hear one making noise, you pick it, hear another one making noise, you pick it, bring them together, and then they start a colony, start a family. And so we have built it over years. We started by using rudimentary things.
We have also the extension where we also extend our knowledge, skills and technical aspect to our farmers, either locally and even outside our
economic purposes. They are mainly labor intensive. They are breeding herbivorous, so they can feed on the starts where you collect species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small means we need in urban rear them until they are ready for viable for reproduction, and then from there
farmers capacity we have trained about 25 the first lot, and we are targeting 30 or even 40 next time and even more. So there is an opportunity and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the farmers.
With the mandate to provide training
on insects. So
small and
insects
medium enterprises
is what I know.
Also to
Sijui
provide
kitu ingine.
uptake of
Unajua tu mambo
Let the cycle continue. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition. We also generate major products like snail cream. Our farmers locally and we fertilizer outside our and we normally do our poultry feed and here having the feeds that commissioned among others. Basically, this project was established to try and sensitize
cordial concentrates, which can be found in our university community and also which you can find in the market out there. Our biggest driver now is training programs and training activities, and in this we are putting a lot of emphasis on safety, food safety, which has become a big problem in Kenya, and we are doing a lot of food safety training, generating the gap between what the SMEs are producing versus what Kenya Bureau of Standards requires. And in that regard, the Fortech Center is
because of the impact of
narrow. Also Fortech, we do training of SMEs to improve on value addition so that they can reduce post-harvest losses of their products. This is mainly targeted for SMEs in counties and also SMEs that operate around right now.
Next time and even more. So
with county governments from Kiambu to Vihiga,
there is an opportunity
to enable us to work with the SMEs.
And we are likely to...
We don't have a predefined solution to these SMEs. We go we listen.
impart this knowledge.
Fortech is very unique because we are able to tap into the expertise of the universities, the researchers, the students, the professors, the technologies, the technicians, and offer solutions to the SMEs at the county.
Snails are all trying to breed snails. I'm currently handling a project entitled Biosnail Feeds. And because of the fact that they are not labor intensive, they are herbivorous, so they can feed on all types of vegetation. We have more than 500 species of plants of
that is able to be absorbed by the university as extra revenue. Above all, we are also able to incubate technologies. Our university students are always doing projects, they are doing theses, and some of the projects, they generate technologies, they generate new products. When we notice a new product that a student has generated in their project or thesis, we take it up as Fortech and try to commercialize that new product or that new technology. This way, we are able to move the product or the technology from the university out there into the community and into the SMEs for better uptake. Most of these technologies, we exhibit them during...
vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, meaning you can even do it in urban area, make the business very viable in terms of space, in terms of labor, and in terms of capital.
Provide them with the necessary technology.
And how far, when did the journey begin?
Last but not least,
in Kenya, the journey for cricket started around 2012.
machines.
That's when
which
we started
also
getting
share
interest
with different,
that we can
SMEs.
actually
From
farm them. But Kitambo, crickets were eaten. If you look at traditional knowledge among people in Western Kenya, among the Lus and the Luyas, crickets were one of the insects they were
Hello
consuming
everybody, I'm Dr.
together with termites and
Evelyn.
ants and
I'm a lecturer
other
and a
insects.
researcher in
Yeah.
food science
So
department.
in terms of
And today
eating
we are
them,
showing
we
you
didn't start in 2012
value addition
because they had
of
been
fruits
eaten before.
in our department.
But in terms of starting to develop
we have
farming,
two sections and we have the research. I'll start with two of our research we are currently doing. We are adding value to a wild fruit called cactus, and out of it we have several products. We make the pulp out of it, and out of this one we can make our juice. We can also make some wine out of it. We can also make some jam out of it. And so we are working with the farmers from the dry areas, the Laikipia, the northeastern place, because the fruit grows widely and versatilely there. Secondly, we have another wild fruit, which is called gooseberry, also growing in most regions of the country, Central, Rift Valley, and also Northeastern and Eastern. So out of it also, we are adding value to several products. We have
technology.
the juice out of it,
We
as
started
you can
around
see,
2012.
pretty healthy product.
And like I mentioned,
You can
we
have
started
both
by
the
harvesting them from the
ready-to-drink
chambers.
and concentrate. We can also
You listen,
have jam
you hear
out
one
of it,
making noise,
and we can also
you
make
pick
very
it,
good
hear
wine
another
out
one
of
making
it.
noise, you pick it, bring them together.
And so
And then they
in
start a
our
colony, start a
production or in our
And so we
innovation,
have-
we are
we have
working with
built
the
it
farmers in
over
these
years.
regions
We
to
started
make sure
by
that
using
all is
through
not lost,
implementary
because this
fruit.
We have also the extension where we also extend our knowledge, skills and technical aspect to our farmers, either locally and even outside our economic purposes. They are mainly not labor intensive. They are breeding vigorous so they can feed on the starch where we normally species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snail, and the space of the land being very small means we will need to rear them until they are ready for viable for reproduction, and then from there farmers capacity we have trained about 25 the first lot, and we are targeting 30 or even 40 next time and even more. So there is an opportunity and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the farmers.
With the mandate to provide training
on insects. So
small and medium enterprises,
is what I know.
also to
Sijui kitu
provide
ingine.
The cycle continues. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition. We also expand our knowledge skills and like snail cream, our farmers locally and fertilizer outside our and we normally do our poultry feed and here having implemented that solution among others. Basically, this project was established to try and sensitize
cordial
it also grows in other
concentrates
areas, only that
which can
our
be found
study
in our
has
university
been
community
focused on the two
and also which you can find in
counties.
the market out there.
When we
Our biggest driver now
trees,
is
we
training
crack
programs
them and we
training
get this
activities.
powder,
And in
which
this, we are
we've
putting a lot of
done a
emphasis
little profiling,
on safety, food safety,
and
which
we
has
found
become a
that
big
it is
problem
very
in
rich
Kenya.
in
And we are doing a lot of food
vitamin
safety
C
training,
and other antioxidants,
generating the gap
and
between
that means it confers
what the SMEs are producing
health benefits to the
versus
consumers.
what Kenya
Also
Bureau of
in this
Standards
project,
requires.
we are looking
And in that
we looked
regard,
at
the
improving the
Fortex Center
trees or
because of the impact of
trees
now
that
also
worked
Fortex,
on
we do
by,
training of SMEs
the
to improve on
horticulture team.
value addition
We
so
are
that they
also
can
looking
reduce
at the
post-harvest
value,
losses of their products.
for
This is
baobab
mainly
and looking at
targeted
it
for
in terms of
SMEs in
economy,
counties and also SMEs
trade within our
that
country.
operate around the world. Right now,
next time and even more. So
with county governments from
get
Kiambu
a
to
chance
Vihiga,
to do
there is an opportunity
to use enable
we
us to
currently
work
have
with the
students
SMEs.
working
and we are likely to
We don't have a
aggregation
predefined
chain
solution
of
to
baobab,
these SMEs.
and the
We go
project
into
is
it
actually
we
funded
listen.
impart this knowledge down to
Fortec is
have
very
farmers
unique because
or
we are able to
people
tap into the
producing these
expertise of the
trees,
universities,
aggregating the
the
trees,
researchers, the
the
students, the
fruits,
professors,
and then,
the technologists,
cracking
the technicians, and offer solutions to the SMEs at the county.
snails are all trying to breed snails.
Safety of the products is currently being looked at because of the handling protocols that go into it, and we are having positive results on developing.
I'm currently handling a project entitled Biofuel Feeds, and because of the fact that they are not labor intensive, they are herbivorous, so they can feed on all types of vegetation. We have more than 500 species of plants of it.
That is able to be absorbed by the university as extra revenue. Above all, we are also able to incubate technologies. Our university students are always doing projects, they are doing thesis, and some of the projects they generate technologies, they generate new products. When we notice a new product that a student has generated in their project or thesis, we take it up as FOTEC and try to commercialize that new product or that new technology. This way, we are able to move the product or the technology from the university out there into
the course, whereby we deal with the plants from propagation, seedlings, to the management, growing, production, and even fruiting. And
the community and into the SMEs for better uptake. Most of these technologies, we exhibit them during
vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, meaning you can even do it in urban area, make the business very viable in terms of space, in terms of labor, and in terms of capital.
Provide them with the necessary technology.
And how far, when did the journey begin?
Last but not least,
in Kenya, the journey for cricket started around 2012.
Machines.
That's when.
So we try to fill that gap, and we produce very healthy seedlings, well nurtured and well fed, and we sell to farmers so that they can plant them in their farms. And in the vertical gardening or the urban gardens, we try to build systems like capillary wicks, hydroponics. These are systems that are easily
which we started getting interest that we can actually farm them. But kitambo, crickets were eaten. If you look at traditional knowledge among people in Western Kenya, among the Lus and the Luyas, crickets were one of the insects they were.
Hello everybody, I'm Dr.
Together with termites and ants.
I'm a lecturer and a researcher in food science department.
In terms of eating,
we are showing you
in 2012
value addition
because they had been eaten before.
Our department.
But in terms of starting to develop farming,
two sections we have,
platform,
and we have the research. I'll start with two of our research we are currently doing. We are adding value to a wild fruit called cactus, and out of it we have several products. We make
what a normal farmer would do.
My name is Pramila Nekesa Mwibanda, former member of Horticulture Students Association, HOSA, which is a horticulturalist club.
The pulp out of it, and out of this one we can make our juice. We can also make some wine out of it. We can also make some jam out of it. And so we are working with the farmers from the dry areas, the Laikipia, the northeastern place, because
most people in the urban centers don't really have access to clean, fresh, accessible foods. Therefore, they used to come to us and maybe see some few setups which we had set up and were interested in having them
the fruit grows wildly and versatilely there. Secondly, we have another wild fruit which is called gooseberry, also growing in most regions of the country, Central, Rift Valley, and also Northeastern and Eastern. So out of it also, we are adding value to several products. We have the juice out of it,
started around 2012.
Pretty healthy product.
And like I mentioned, we started by harvesting them from the
cuts of Nairobi. So during the corona period, most people couldn't really go to the markets because they were closed, or maybe they were scared because they were exposed to the COVID virus. Therefore, they will seek to gain farming and
concentrate. We can also
listen to hear one making noise,
and we can also make
pick it. Hear another one making noise, you pick it, bring them together.
And so in our production or in innovation, we are working with farmers
over years. We started by using
we have also the extension where we also extend our knowledge, skills, and technical aspect to our farmers.
So it was a way of the students being able to earn something instead of just sitting around at home and at least learn a new skill and also have an impact to the society by feeding them and also playing a role in ensuring food security is solved in the country, Kenya. Also, through this venture, at least the university gave us a platform at least to be exposed to some tools and knowledge, and we were able to at least gain these skills, and now we are able to go outside there and start this business as our own.
Either locally and even outside of economic purposes. They are mainly not labor intensive. They are breeding herbivorous, so they can feed on the starch with colonial species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snail. And the space of the land being very small means we need to rear them until they are ready for viable for reproduction, and from there farmers' capacity, we have trained about 25, the first lot, and we are targeting 30 or even 40 next time, and even more. So there is an opportunity, and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the farmers.
The mandate to provide training, so smaller businesses is what I know.
The cycle continues. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition. We also
many others here in Kenya. And then we conceptualized the idea, and we were supported by the JKUAT Division of Research, Production and Extension. And we have also been supported by now currently the Africa AI Japan project. So basically what the project does is that it looks at categories of information.
Farmers locally and fertilizer outside and we normally do poultry feed here having the foods that condition among others. Basically this project was established to try and sensitize cordial.
It also grows in other areas
which can be found in our university community and also which you can find in the market out there. Our biggest driver now is training programs and training activities, and in this we are putting a lot of emphasis on safety, food safety, which has become a big problem in Kenya. And we are doing a lot of food safety training, generating the gap between what the SMEs are producing versus what Kenyan customers require. And in that regard, the Protect Center is
because of the impact of
20880, through which somebody or farmers can query our database, and then they get answers on, for example, varieties, things to do with pests, things to do with any other.
I had a project that involved revolutionizing the mentorship procedure, which I would like to show you in this exhibition. So this is the job-seeking platform.
Also protect, we do training of SMEs to improve on value addition so that they can reduce post-harvest losses of their products. This is mainly targeted for SMEs in counties and also SMEs that operate around the now.